I find myself, unexpectedly, coming into a new era in my fertility journey and letting go of the pressure I've been putting on myself these past few months. Every doctor visit, every procedure was just making me more stressed and angry. And what I really needed to do was to stop trying to control everything. So I'm letting go of plans, of statistics, and I'm starting fresh. Natural cycles, even over 40. Embracing the peace and no doctor's visits.
If you're going through IVF, or if you're going through dealing with infertility, there are times when you're excited about what comes next, and then there are times when you're frustrated. There are times when things aren't going the way you thought they would. There are times when you're disappointed. There are times when you have hope, and there are times when you feel like everything is against you. And I started this blog in a time of excitement. I thought that using donor eggs was pretty much a guaranteed solution to my infertility, and I was really grateful for that opportunity, really thankful, and just really wanting to document what I thought was going to be a very exciting new era in my life. Well, it was it was a new era, but not in the way that I imagined it. As if you've been following me, you know, I was very disappointed by the fact that both of our donor egg embryos failed. I did get a chemical pregnancy from the second one, but ultimately it was not it was a continuation of an era in my life that I thought was coming to an end. So, as one might expect, I was very disappointed by that. When you're dealing with a disappointment that is that kind of all-encompassing, it can make everything else in your life harder to deal with. Hence my frustration with my IVF clinic. But I wanted to say that it's not a good place to stay, for one. It's an okay place to be in, it's understandable, but you can't stay in that place and continue on. You can't stay in that place and keep trying. You have to find a way to continue to move forward. I can't let those feelings defeat me because ultimately that gets me nowhere where I want to go. We can't continue to have a victim mindset during this infertility or fertility journey. You're gonna go there, for sure. There are gonna be moments where you go there. What matters is that you pull yourself out of it. And unfortunately, nobody else is gonna do that except you. Like, you can't count on your IVF clinics to do it. You can't count on your partner to do it. You can't count on your family to do it. But they've got their own problems and their own lives too. So ultimately, you have to be responsible for your own mental state. Highly recommend a dependence and finding your peace in God. It's an enormous help, especially when you're going through the trials and tribulations of infertility. And that's all for today. I will talk to you again next time. Kind of nice to, well, really not have anything fertility-wise to say. To just be a normal human being. I don't have to go to a doctor's appointment every 2 days. I'm not taking any medications. I'm not stressing out about how big or small my follicles are. Steven and I are taking a trip to LA. So from one sunny place in the United States to another sunny place in the United States. If you have recently found me because of my IVF journey, previously I had posted vlogs about our vacations. It's been a while since we felt the freedom to take a nice long weekend and travel somewhere. It's nice that on the cycle that is a break from the doctor's clinic, it's also a cycle that we get to travel. The last cycle that I completed was an IUI cycle. IUI cycles only have a 20 to 30% chance of success each round, so I didn't have high hopes for that one. And as one would expect, it was not successful. This cycle, I debated. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get to the clinic for the actual IUI procedure because I would be right about the time that we are going to be in LA. And I debated whether or not to take Clomid and Gonal to increase the amount of follicles that I have for a natural cycle. And my doctor did give me the option to do that, but I decided against it after doing some research about what Clomid does. I decided against taking any medication for this round. So I am just truly 100% all natural this cycle. And I'm quite happy about that, to be totally honest. But I am still keeping up my acupuncture, which is why I will be going to my acupuncture appointment later this afternoon. Still eating healthy, of course. Still taking my core supplements. I'm not taking all the supplements that I talked about in my supplements video. If you've seen that, that was a lot. And once I got a prenatal vitamin that had most of the stuff that I was lacking, I did not feel like I needed to take as many supplements as I was taking. You should try and target the things that you are supplementing for as opposed to just randomly supplementing, which is what I was doing. I was very excited about starting an IVF cycle with donor eggs because I've been given the impression that they rarely failed. Now I know a lot better that that's not at all true. It's just that they have a similar failure rate for women like myself that are older. But in no way does using donor eggs make you as fertile as you were in your 20s. I think that is good enough for the update. Mostly I just wanted to let you know it's going to be a little different kind of a vlog, although they perhaps started out very similarly. Hopefully the next time you'll see me, I will have my luggage with me and I'll be in an airport.